Hey now, it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM alongside my partner in crime.
Hello, it's Eric Cornish from 99.5 WKDQ.
We are here with our second edition of our web series where we're just talking wrestling. It doesn't even have a name, but we just sit here. This is what we do in our downtime. We just we sit around and we talk wrestling.
This would be exactly what you would hear on a Monday or Tuesday. Really, any day of the week when the two of us are sitting around. Just now you get to watch it. Lucky you, right?
I don't know if you agree with me, but there wasn't a whole lot to talk about from this past Raw.
I don't know. I wasn't real excited about it. You know, there were some big moments that I think they hoped would be bigger, like the debut of Emma, which just completely fell flat for me.
The dancing competitions are very 2001 for me, and I'm really past them.
They do it all the time, and I think she's got a lot of potential, but that was not the way to debut.
I almost wonder if they just wanted to pay her dues right out of the gate. But
So
I had an idea for you. This is based off of a conversation I had with one of my buddies, John, on the phone, and so this is kind of inspired by a list of pay-per-views that the WWE released that will be a part of the WWE Network, which launches on the 24th of this month. We were kind of surprised to see Over the Edge 1999 on the list because that is the show in which Owen Hart had his tragedy and died. And unless I'm mistaken, no moment of that show has ever been replayed.
No, I don't think I've never seen anything from that show, and people have kind of forgotten that it existed. There were title changes on that show. There were a lot of things that happened, but I think people have just kind of erased that.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Undertaker beat Steve Austin for the title that night?
I believe that's right. I think it changed hands back the next night on Raw or something like that.
Yes, I think, or it was a week later, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Either way, I actually have that on videotape, and that's kind of I have a rare copy of it.
Really?
Yeah, but I do. I taped it when I watched it live. Nevertheless, we were surprised to see that on there. Sure. I would have thought for sure that they would have just pretended it never happened. It would not be on there. There would be no May 1999 pay-per-view to choose from. According to an interview I saw with Stephanie McMahon, I watched the interview, she says they're going to handle it delicately and they're going to edit things that may upset some fans or the family of Owen Hart, which to me was very, very surprising. That to me was I thought the safe answer would just be, we're not going to use it.
Right, but I guess if you're going to be comprehensive, you're going to be comprehensive, and good for them, I guess.
So I want to pitch to you some controversial moments in wrestling history, and I want your opinion as to how the WWE will handle it on the network.
Okay.
For example, the next night after Over the Edge was a 2-hour Monday Night Raw tribute to Owen Hart. Mm-hmm. Will they show it? Will they edit it? What do you think they will do?
I think they will show that.
I disagree.
You do?
I think it will be completely gone. And one basis for this is that on the Monday Night Wars on demand, they skipped that Raw completely.
Well, they did.
They do, yeah. So I don't, but that doesn't mean that they won't.
I think that's one of those shows that that people want to see. I mean, it's one of those that I think people like to see their favorite wrestlers coming out of character and giving a tribute to Owen Hart. Much different than, later on, which you may be mentioning another one.
Let's go ahead. Let's move ahead to
the Chris Benoit, obviously.
How weird would that be to watch now?
Big faux pas, obviously. But they didn't know what the situation was when Chris Benoit, did what he did, and everybody knows at this point. As a matter of fact, just a side note, I've been listening to a podcast with Chris Jericho talking to Chavo Guerrero about that event. If you get a chance to listen to that, amazing. I mean, it gave me chills.
Send me a link.
As a matter of fact, today I was listening to that. Unbelievable about those events. But anyway, I mean, we all know the tragic events. They didn't know the details of them by the time Raw started. They gave a whole tribute to Chris Benoit at that time, 3 hours or whatever it was. They will not show that.
There's no way.
No way.
There's no way.
But Owen Hart, Eddie Guerrero, I believe they will.
Okay, so Owen Hart, Eddie Guerrero, yes. Chris Benoit, you're getting
absolutely not.
Well, the Chris Benoit is definitely no. Eddie Guerrero, I think yes. Mm-hmm. Owen Hart and Chris Benoit, I'm going with the just deleted. There's going to be nothing from them. That's just my opinion. Let's talk about something a little bit more simple. What about Austin and Pillman, the gun angle?
Wow. I feel like they've included that in a couple of DVDs.
They have, but I would call those pre-PG DVDs.
Right. Well, the way that this is going to be set up, and if you would notice the website this week, they had the top 10 matches, I guess, that you can see on the network that you can't see on WWE.com.
Okay.
And I guess there are more hardcore matches, a lot of blood, things like that, like Foley and Orton, matches that...
That's a great match from Backlash of 03.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's an awesome match.
So basically they're saying, the network, you're going to get a lot more stuff that you're not going to see on the website or on WWE TV. So I think the PG is going to kind of go out the window, but I think for... shows like that, you will see some kind of a warning, like the Pillman gun angle. I think you will see a warning coming on. This contains material that may not be suitable for all ages.
Yeah.
I think that kind of thing. That's how I think they'll handle that.
I think that the Pillman Austin gun angle will run. That's my official guess on that one.
Will the guy in the UK shirt with the mullet still be on there? That's what I want.
That I don't know. I don't know what they'll do with all those guys.
Go Cats! I'm sorry that they represent us in Walton, Kentucky with Brian. Anyway,
okay, I've got a few more for you.
Okay.
What about things like, keeping in mind the PG era, and I don't know how parental controls are going to work on the network, something like the few times they've done the Kiss My Ass Club? Because you see a good bit of Vince McMahon's backside a couple of times.
Yes, you do. I've seen more Vince McMahon backside in my lifetime than I ever wanted to, and a lot of it while I was still in college and high school, which that was okay.
Sure.
It was like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Now it's just sad. I think maybe a blur effect.
So you think adding a blur effect?
Yeah, I mean they did it for so many years for the WWF logo, so why not do it for the well-tanned backside of a 60-year-old man?
We agree on that one. I think there will be some sort of blur effect on top of the butt. I've got a few more.
Okay.
What do you think will happen? I believe this was early 2007. Edge and Lita's live sex show to close out Monday Night Raw.
Wow.
I may have the year wrong on that.
No, I think you're close there.
Okay.
I think that stays in. I think they will use well-timed cutaways for any slippage of anything that might have happened that night on live TV.
I don't know if there were any slippages or how that worked, but I can tell you I've watched that segment recently, and it's just douchey to watch that. It's like it's not entertaining. It never was entertaining to watch that.
Yeah, no,
to me, it was
done for the shock factor.
Right, but there's a right and wrong way to do that, I think, and that felt like the wrong way to do it to me.
It got him both over his heels, that's for sure.
The last one I have for you is Armageddon 1999. Miss Kitty reveals her top.
or what was concealed by it. That I think is going to be handled the same way that I think the Edge at Lita thing will be handled. I think we see Miss Kitty come to the top of the pool. I think we see her reach around the back, and then I think we see a fan, a shot of the crowd going, whoa, and then you see Sergeant Slaughter, up there with the towel around her. That's how I think you do that.
That could be the way that goes. I think that they won't use the digital pixelation. Right. I could see them ending the segment early or cutting away to a fan. I'm trying to think if I have any more, anything on that level. I don't think I really do. Those are the big ones. Oh, here's one more my friend brought up. What about Fully Loaded of 98, Sable and Jacqueline's bikini contest?
Huh.
Okay, so here's what you have for fans who don't know which one we're talking about. This is the infamous Sable has the black handprints strategically placed over her curves.
Yes.
And it's super revealing, but not technically nudity.
Yeah, I think that's just another one of those warnings. I think there's a lot more of that stuff, in the Attitude Era, and you can't just erase that. I'm thinking that again, maybe just a warning before, but I think that segment stays intact.
I hope you're right, but I feel like it's going to have digital.
I hope I'm right too.
Well, I mean, like I said, I have all this stuff on VHS anyway, so I'll be okay either way. But I think that might get the digital blur. I think that's going to get the pixelization.
It may.
It may not. I don't know. But
it may.
I just want to throw some of those at you.
Hey, interesting. I really like that. I mean, that's something to think about. And when we and I know I'm going to purchase the WWE Network.
I can't wait.
I mean, for that sort of price, $9.99 a month, they're not paying us to endorse this, but I mean, I'm going to buy it.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. To see all the pay-per-views of the past and all the TV of the past, and I hope they don't. I hope they don't tone it down too much because I want to see it as it was. As I saw it, and not for any other factor than I want it want to remember it.
The way
how
I
it
remember
was.
it. So we're excited for the
All right.
network. We appreciate you watching. If you agree, disagree, you have other things you want us to comment on, leave us a comment below. We'd be happy to reply to it. And thank you for watching.
See ya.